We are in a very wonderful text, Vedic text from the Taittiriya Aranyaka, which contains 6 and more prashnas. Actually, some Aranyaka, just 9 prashnas are there. But the Aranyaka Gomatham people have published Taittiriya Aranyaka, and in that there are only 6, I think, prashnas. But anyway, the first prashna in all is only Aruna Prashna, where the Aruna Deva is being caught of attention, and Aruna is available to all people to have a direct vision, one. Secondly, so beautiful crimson color, golden hue, glow that you see in the sky, but not that much only. There, Bala Arka he is called. So Bala Arka is quite pleasant, and he will be able to give us a lot. And so I don't know why Aruna is not simply the disk or stage of Surya, but Aruna means love, affection, grace, and kindness, etc. All that is being indicated the moment you think of the Aruna Bhagavan. So Arunaya, and Nora Arunaya Pratahomaha, that we are going to get. And now we have got at a stage which we have explained already. And then there is the expressions here, Apa Mapa Mapa Sarvaha Bhuvana Suvarihi Putravatvaya Me Suta Mahanamnihi Mahamanaha Mahaso Mahasasvaha Devi Devi Parjanya Suvarihi Putravatvaya Me Suta Apasnushnivaparakshah Apasnushniyaparagam Apaghapagramapachavartyam Apadevi Ritohita Vajram Devi Ajitagumscha Bhuvanam Deva Suvarihi Adityan Aditim Devim Yoni Nordva Mudishata Bhadram Karnevihi. So we have already come across this particular statement in the previous sections, and therefore we can skip also explaining them. But anyway, the repetition is very much important and application is important. And afterwards we have got the Shanti mantra, Bhadram Karnebhi, which we always repeat. And also the following mantra, Swasti Pusha, Swasti Tarkshya, Swasti Brahaspati. So we have selected, because whatever good wishes and blessings that have been granted to us, that has got to be confirmed. Of course, all gods are there to give us the confirmation, but still we want some specific select deities who are significant in confirming this Swasti. Swasti is Sukham. Swasti is Arogyam. Swasti is long life. Swasti is energy. Swasti is activity, success, and so on. So the word Swasti is having number of significations and meanings. And therefore, we remember that Swasti symbol is the symbol of that Hitler, a great warrior who had so much of greed, etc. So the Swasti, the very picture, the Z, 2 Z's, a Z picture is important. So to say it is a goal, final. So the final goal of our life is to enjoy the complete health, complete Vijayam, or Sampurna Vijayam, Sampurna Arogya and Sampurnatva. Therefore, in order to make our endeavors Sampurnam or complete, then these are all the gods: Indra, Pushan, Tarkshya, and Brahaspati. There is also, I think, there is some idea, meaning behind the selection of these 4 gods. Indra, as you know, he is the king of all gods. He is the protector of all gods. He is the killer of the demons. He is the driver away. of the evil thoughts and evil detrimental things. Therefore, we have the Indra's primacy in the rule and protection of people, maybe human, maybe divine, maybe any other positive people. For all of them, Indra is Adhipati. But basically, the word Indra means Sreshtaha. A leader is always a foremost fellow, is a Sreshta Purusha. Therefore, in Chamakam also we see, so 27 gods are mentioned in Anuvakas, and all those 27 gods are being mentioned with Indra. So along with Indra, Agni, Indra, so like that. So Indraha, Swasti Naha. And that's why Indra is being described as Vruddhasravaha. Vruddhasravaha is elderly and popular and also highly famous. Maybe people forget or not know the gods, but nobody can forget Indra in this context. Therefore, he is called Vruddha, senior. And Swastinaha Pusha Visvavedaha. So Pushan is a sixth, I think, Aditya. Among 12 Adityas, Pushan is an important deity who has got the role of supervising any and everything, and so he is called as Visvavedaha. And apart from that, Visvavedatva means he cannot say, I don't know, sir. He must be aware of any and everything in the world. And moreover, he is the protector of the pathways. So, way watcher. So, he will be watching the ways of people on the land, and mostly his grace is there to encourage them to be on the positive side. And Tarksha Prajapati's son is Garuda. Tarksha is called a derivative name. And so he has all that kind of Tarksha, means that Prajapati's strength is there in him, and he will be mobile. Arishta Nemi, his Nemi, his axle, his movement, his mobility is never Arishta. It's completely free from any corrosion or problems, happily smooth, something like the wheel. When applied with Gandhana, it will be softly rolling on the ground, on the road. So that's what it is called, Tarksha. And for all this kind of existence and promotion of life upon the earth, we must want Bruhaspati, Guru, the leader, the mentor of the gods, and who is a very close associate to Indra, the ruler. So that's why if Indra is a Kshatriya and Bruhaspati is the Brahma. So Bruhaspatihi, Brahmanaspatihi and all that. So having made a prayer to all of them, now I think we have got to go from this passage. So please repeat afterwards. Ketavo Aruna, Om Ketavo Aruna Sascha Rushayo Vatarashana.
Om Ketavo Arunasascha Rushayo Vatarashana. Ketavo Arunasascha Rushayo Vatarashana.
Pratisthagum Shatadhasi Samahitaso Sahasradhayasam.
Pratisthagum Satadhahi Samahitaso Sahasradhayasam. Pratisthagum Satadhahi Samahitaso Sahasradhayasam.
So here we understand, as we see in the human beings and animals, grouping. It is Sangha. So even among the rishis also, celestial, otherwise, there are groups. And the groups are known as Ketava, Aruna, Vatarasana. And these are all the certain group of rishis. And they belonging to these groups. So what do? pratishtagum shatadhahi samahitasaha sahasragayasam. So these groups of rishis always keep worshipping the Ishtadevatas with constant devotion, so that they will be worshipping or supporting the Agni. You know, when you say Agni Mukha Vai Devaha, so all gods keep Agni as their representative or keep the Agni as their mouth. So whatever you offer things to Agni, Agni is such a pure man. There is no Anjali dosham. Uchishta dosham ledu. ఎందుకంటే అగ్ని శుచి కవి వ్రతతమః కవి. So when you see that kind of Agni to be constantly pure, there which is said that matuhu stanyam agnihi kupodakam cha nanyataha suddhimarhati. So the mother's milk, breast milk, secondly the fire, and also the well water require not more any purification or sanctification. They are constantly natural and pure. Therefore, like that, even Agni who is Jata Vedas, Sahasraghayasam and Shataghahi. So Agni is having that characteristic of trying to increase yourself, increase, and can travel even up to the sky or heavens. That's why in Agrihotra mantras, we have got a beautiful formula to Agni. We offer, it is, what is that formula? You don't remember. Agnikaryan chesina valakandari telustundi. Chesina Agnikarya mantralu జ్ఞాపకం ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి కొంచెం memory refresh అవుతుంది. And there are only about few samhitas are there. And Agnikaryam or Agni maintenance is a must for all people, whether he is a brahmachari or grihastha or vanaprastha. That's all. Because Agni is a constant companion. He will be the link, bridge between the gods and the man. Something like our Hanuman, who is bridge for so many things. He is a bridge between Arjuna, between Rama and Sugriva, bridge between Sita and Rama, bridge between that Swayam Prabha and Sugriva and Rama. So wherever Hanuman went, he was always a great conversationalist and win the argument. And whatever Hanuman says, people agree. But for only Ravanasara. Even Ravanasara was also advised by Hanuman as a mouthpiece of Sugriva, who is also a king of equal rank to Ravana. Because persons of equal rank can always send messages positive. Therefore, but Ravana is the only one hopeless fellow, karma, vidhi, that he turned deaf ear to the advice of Sugriva, rather through Hanuman. And he got ruined. Similarly, Guru Akya is very important. But you know, Sukracharya and Bali Chakravarti, it is only single unique instance when Bali Chakravarti committed to truth and speech and promise. And in that, if that promise and truth were to be interrupted by the Guru, he will not care. So when Sukracharya told, no, don't give Bhumi, and the short fellow who has come to you as Brahmin, he is Mahavishnu himself, you will be ruined. All that has been told. But Bali Chakravarti said, no. After all, రాజ్యముల్ గిజ్యము సతతమే కాయంబు నాపాయమే. ఈ రాజ్యాలు, శరీరాలు, ఇవన్నీ కూడా కాన్స్టెంట్ ఏంటి? నో, దే ఆర్ నాట్ కాన్స్టెంట్ అట్ ఆల్. దట్స్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ వాట్ ఈవెన్ కృష్ణ టెల్స్ ఇన్ భగవద్గీత. ఏమంటాడు? అర్జున, నువ్వు యుద్ధం చేసినా చేయకపోయినా వీళ్ళని చంపినా చంపకపోయినా వాళ్ళు ఆల్రెడీ దే ఆర్ కిల్డ్ బై మీ. ఏతే నిహతాహమయా పూర్వమేవా, వీళ్ళందరినీ ఎప్పుడో చంపేశాను. నీవేమిటి నిమిత్త మాత్రో భవ అర్జున, నువ్వు ఓడి నిమిత్తంగా కనిపించాయా ప్రపంచానికి, కానీ నీవు చంపినావు అనుకోవడం పెద్ద మోసం. నువ్వు చంపలేదు, చంపబడ్డ వాళ్ళకి చంపినట్టు డ్రామా ఆడబోకి నువ్వు ఆడాలి ప్రపంచంలో. ఎందుకంటే ఈ జగత్తు ఒక పెద్ద నాటకం, ఇస్ ఎ బిగ్ స్టేజ్. షేక్స్పియర్ tells us that this entire world is a drama stage. All characters come, play their role, and then disappear, never. And whatever character that comes on the stage will have some makeup, and that makeup also is temporary. The moment the role is over, he will turn out to be a normal fellow, as Krishna himself to be. So this kind of truth enunciation is being done to us by great people in the scriptures. Therefore, here also the same thing, talking about Agni. Agni is a truthful fellow. He will not do any cheating. As is offered to him, so he is being conveyed to respective deities. Agni mukha vai devaha, and Agni is ever pure. Agni and Vratatamas suchihi antar. ఆయన వ్రతతమః అంటే కమిటెడ్. వ్రతం ఇస్ ఎ ఓ ఈజ్ ఎ ప్రతిజ్ఞ, ఈజ్ ఎ కమిట్మెంట్, ఈజ్ ఎ రిలీజియస్ యాక్టివిటీ, ఈజ్ ఎ ట్రూత్ఫుల్ యాక్టివిటీ. దట్స్ వై వి సే ఎవ్రీ డే ఈవినింగ్ వి సే సత్యాయ హవ్యం ఘృతవద్ విధేమ. జ్ఞాపకం చేసుకోండి, సత్యాయ హవ్యం ఘృతవద్ విధేమ. సో హియర్ ఫర్ సత్యం, విచ్ ఈస్ ద స్టాండర్డ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఘృతం. Truth, the ghee, clarified butter is truth. And so havyam is truth. You make the havyam offering tyaga to be truth to the gods and or to Mitra or Varuna or whatever it is. So satyaya havyam ghritavad vidhema అని చెప్తారు కదండి. అట్లా ఈ ఘృతవద్ విధేమ, వత్ మీన్స్ కంపారిజన్, ఘృత ఈజ్ ది ఆబ్జెక్ట్. So Ghrutavat is a standard comparison is Upama. So if at all you want to have that Havya pure and offering it to is pure. So like that, here he is called Sahasraghayasam, Satadhahi. These two words tell him the multiplicity of power available in Agnideva. And because Agni is so powerful and repository of a lot of energy, activity and all that, so these groups of Rishis, it's only symbolic. Ketava group, Aruna group and Vatarasana. Ee mooru groups kuda, Ketava, Aruna, Rishikadu. And therefore clubbing these, even Agni takes the name as Aruna Ketuka Agnim. Kamagnim Chinvanaha. You are going to get that in future text of this text, that Kamagnim Chinvanaha, Aruna Ketuka Magnim Chinvanaha, Kamagnim Chinvanaha, Nachiketa Magnim Chinvanaha, etc. will come. So, Ketava and Aruna are the groups of Rishis basically, who are the original worshippers to Agni, and Agni has taken the identity with the eminence and all that, the names of these two Rishis groups, and therefore Agni, Aruna Ketuka Agni Homa, Aruna Ketuka Yajna is there, and that is in Yajurveda. For example, in 11th chapter 18th chapter, 7 chapters, we have beautiful formulas for the performance of Aruna Ketuka Agni, and which has got to be done when you are Vanaprastha, and which is going to give you a lot of benefits. Normally, as you know, we perform Aruna Prashna Homa. And that Aruna Prashna Homa is otherwise, in fact, if our Rama or Govindaraj or Kashyap or anybody plans, we should have Aruna Ketuka Aruna Homa, Aruna Prashna Homa in our house or in Chicago, if Rama Rao or Rama Emmanuru, anybody agrees, and first we will have Aruna Homa. Because anytime you can do Aruna Homa, because Aruna is the wonderful, graceful state of or stage of Surya Bhagavan. And so we are trying to perform the yajna in the manner that we are going to have all that anugraha of Surya Bhagavan and Aruna Prashna Purvakana para namaskaras, Aruna Parayana, Aruna Homa, Aruna Japa. Oh God, all kinds of applications are there more and more. But when you sit on an academic table, we have Rama, I don't know, I forwarded on YouTube on Aruna Prashna, a lecture by some Sitaram. He was trying to explain the Aruna Prashna from scientific point of view, with all sharing the screen with pictures. I don't know whether you have seen it, but I'll have to send to others also. Even Kashyap also, Srinivas. Oh, that book, the Sitaram. Yes. That Sitaram gave a talk in that and I just, you have got a book even. So I think Aruna Prashna also to be displayed like that in their group, so that they know that the Aruna Prashna, which the way we are conducting is different from the way that Sitaram has looked at it. This is only telling that you can have science, you can have philosophy, you can have spirituality, you can have chemistry, you can have mythology. Oh, sab kuch ho raha hai. Everything is possible to derive from Aruna Prashna. Beautiful. Therefore, the Ketava Aruna Vadarasanaha, they are in constant devotion to Agni, and Agni identified himself very much. And after this, let us go to the next expression. Om Shiva Naha Shantama Bhavantu Divya Pa Oshadhayaha Subrudika Saraswati Mate Vyoma Sandrusi. This is the penultimate passage. When we embark upon the most important passage, Yopam Pushpam Veda. So that we are going. Before that, let us understand this particular passage. Chapan sir.
Shivanashantama bhavatu diva apa oshadhayaha sumrudika saraswati mate vyoma sandrusi mate vyoma sandrusi.
Inko sir chappandi, same passage.
Shivanashantama bhavatu divya apa oshadhayaha sumrudika saraswati mate vyoma sandrusi.
So this is a really wonderful passage. Shiva, Divya, Sumrudi, Sandrusi Bhavatu, Saraswati, and again we have got Shiva, Apaha, Divya Apaha, Oshadayaha Apaha, Sumrudika Apaha, Saraswati, Vyoma Saraswati, Vyoma Sandrusi, Tema. So this is indicating that very wonderful idea that Ketu, Aruna, Vatarasana, these group of seers are with firm mind in multiple ways, and they should be composed, complacent mind, worshipping the Jaladevatas, aquatic deities, and the aquatic deities, Jaladevatas, give you multiple benefits and to the devotees in this world. Therefore, our prayers indicated by several groups of sages contribute to the happening of many benefits to the land and people. So, already this passage we have explained, but we get the context that ఈ లోకంలో, భూలోకంలో మనము మంచి మంచి సుఖాలను, అనుకూలాలను, రకరకాల ఆహార పదార్థాలను ఎట్సెట్రా ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తున్నామంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్ ది రిజల్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫర్వర్ that has been shown forth to Agni, Bhudevata. Agni is a Bhudevata, and because of the grace of Agni, all sorts of products and produce is being brought up upon the earth, and therefore, whoever comes on to this earth, they will have the variety of enjoyment, variety entertainment, so that nobody wants to leave the earth. ఈ భూలోకాన్ని వదిలిపెట్టి పోవాలి అంటే ఎవరు ఇష్టపడరు. తాత తొందరలో చనిపోతామంటే ఎక్కడ పోతాను రా, ఇంకా ఉంటాను, నా మనముడి ఉడుగు చూడాలి అంటాడు తాత. I mean, you look at that kind of optimism with all older people too, apart from the youngsters, that they don't want to retire from the body, retire from the earth. They may retire from office and works, but nobody likes to retire. Na gacchami, na viramami. But still, Ammavaru, she is really the controller. She cannot give the option as far as our living is concerned. She may provide you comforts. Vishnu, Surya, all these people might provide comforts to you upon the land so long you breathe your life. The prana, as long as the prana is there, people are all having lot of things to do with. When pranotkramana takes place, not prana visarjana or prana tyaga, prana visarjana and prana tyaga is a offense, is a crime. Yadi pranaha swayam na jahati na parityajyaha. Is Banabhatta, a great Mahakavi, says that if the pranas don't desert you, you should never think of deserting your pranas. Generally, everybody in the morning, looking at the work of load available and circumstances around and context, oh, yakappa badikettini, why at all I am living? Best I died. If you die or it is not best, you will cause a lot of difficulties to you and to others. Therefore, ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತೀನೋ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನೀ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬೇಡೋ, ನಾನು 10 ದಿವಸ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. నువ్వు చచ్చిపోతే 10 రోజులు మైల పడాలరా, వద్దు నాకు. యు కీప్ లివింగ్ లైక్ దాట్. సో హియర్ ది అగ్నిదేవునికి అన్ని చేస్తుంటే, ఈ ఋషులు వాళ్ళ తపస్సు ప్రభావం చేత మనకు ఎన్నెన్ని వస్తువులు ఇచ్చినారంటే అవన్నీ కూడా అనుభవిస్తున్నాం. గోవిందరాజు అవరే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, యు ఆర్ ఎంజాయింగ్ brinjal, ఈరుళ్ళి, వెల్లుల్లి. People like it. It is all Vishwamitra Sushti. And Vishwamitra is known for highly integrated anger. Therefore, all Satvika people do not encourage to consume onions, then this inkoti, even brinjals also. కానీ ఇక్కడ వెస్ట్ లోపల people, I see in West people like brinjals more than in India. మన హిందూ దేశంలో వంకాయలు ఇష్టపడే వాళ్ళు చాలా తక్కువ. There are many people who have got వంకాయ allergy. So they will not get that వంకాయలు done in the house. But ఇక్కడ చూస్తూనే, the moment you people go to restaurant, they call it as eggplant, karma.
Even in Europe also.
Eggplant food.
Even in Europe, eggplant is very famous.
I did not know that వంకాయకి eggplant అన్నారని. కొత్తలో I was feeling, what is this eggplant బాబు అనుకుంటున్నా. సో ఆ వంకాయలు కూడా విశ్వామిత్ర సృష్టి. కానీ బట్ on the other side we have the bananas, కదలి ఫలం సమర్పయామి. ఆ banana is the సృష్టి of Agastya Maharshi. Durvasa Maharshi. So Durvasa created to please his father-in-law so that he will not get a curse from him, because he killed the daughter of that his father-in-law. I forgot the name. And because your daughter-in-law, his daughter was also angry. Agastya Maharshi was angry. Not even 1 week they lived together in the hermitage. Within that time, Agastya burnt, Durvasa burnt that lady to ashes. So when father-in-law comes and asks, where is my daughter? Has she gone to river to fetch water? Where is she? Then slowly he showed the ash heap. Oh, that is your daughter. From that ash, I am going to create banana tree. Every bit of banana tree will be useful, and the bananas will be in plenty, quite cheap, acceptable readily to all gods. So nobody will prepare food with onions or the all other things like Vishwamitra's Srishti, but everybody will prepare a lot of naivedyams with banana and so on. So I am telling is that Rishi's tapas, tapo phalam, we are enjoying in one manner or the other. Therefore, Ketavo Arunasascha, Ketavo Arunasascha, and Rishayo Vatarasanaha, and Vatarasanaha Rishayaha. There are a group of rishis who will not eat like we. Namtaraha Vruta Madala. They just taking, they depend upon the air as their food. Because they take the oxygen, plenty of oxygen as food, every function necessary inside our body is taking place. అందుకే మహర్షులు ఏండ్లు పూండ్లు తపస్సు చేశారు అంటారు. How is it that they were able to perform constantly such a long years penance? Because their pranayama shakti is so great that they are able to stock lot of air inside their lungs, and therefore, so our Patanjali Maharshi says that one can store in their lungs a volume that of the length of air that of the 2 cobras. 2 నాగపాములు కలిస్తే ఎంత పొడవు ఉంటుందో 24 feet, అంత గాలి మన ఊపిరితిత్తుల్లో నింపవచ్చు అంటారు. But we are not explaining that. That's why we are always doing pranayama chota mota. But really the pranayamlo chakka unte, ante pranam ante life, ayam ante expanding. So when you expand more and more air inside you, your longevity also increased, and possibilities of problems are reduced. Therefore, they say that pranayamam mananandam shanti samruddham amrutam prachina yogo vasya. So what is the pranayama? What is the prachina yoga that has been sustaining all these years, generations to generation, yuga to yuga, the pranayama? Because they have that mananandam. When once your mind is kept pleasant, stationary, then you will have lot of growth. We are all always stress, depression, these things people talk these days. The stress will kill people, depression kills people, loss of memory and all that happens. All that because of the prana. Because for any and everything in our body and outside, we depend upon the cooperation of the pranam. And where from pranam comes? The pranam comes from the water. So all gods, all human beings, everybody is the product of water. So they are all called Jaladevataha, Jalada Manushyaha, and so without water, no creation at all. In fact, in Aitareya Upanishad, that Aitareya Maharshi tells, he just took up some amount of water, and out of the water, he made that water solidified a little and brought out the food. Then he solidified the water and then brought the creatures in the world. So everybody in the world is water-based. And so all are aquatic. But the creation is so wonderful that there are some creatures specifically able to continue to live inside the water. You cannot, even man can also live inside the water. That Duryodhana is a past master of the Jalastambhana Vidya. yoga, Jalastambhana Vidya yoga. So which makes the Duryodhana stay inside the water for 12 months continuously. And if he once comes up and then again he can do another 12 years, 12 months. So that kind of stability also is being achieved by human beings. So for human beings, there is nothing normally impossible. They can do everything possible, but it is all matter of mind status, the mental makeup. So that's why for the mental makeup and all that, we require the pranayamam, trying to expand the intake of air inside us so that the air inside will perform whatever bodily functions internal and external needed. That's why water. Every god, Jalanarayana, Jalanarasimha, and also Jalasimha, I mean Jala Shiva. See, all people are dipped in the water, but Shiva is having the water on his head. So he is having the Ganga. Ganga Devi constantly lives, and from the head of crest of Jatajuta or Kaparda of Shiva, so he is cool. He has got cool water on his head. That's why the water products, from water, multiple benefits are there. And that is because of the power of the rishis, groups of rishis. And for example, Ketu group of rishis, Aruna group of rishis, and Vata Rasana. Asana is food, aharam. Vata is the air. So need not always eat. So because that's why you observe the eating habits of people living upon the earth. So some people eat what is in air, what is in water, what is in the mountains, what is in the forest, and what is available in the market, etc. Therefore, the people, that's why it is said in Satabada Brahmana Yajurveda, that Chitram Vai Prajaha, the people are simply wonderful. Chitram, Sachitra Chitram, Chitayantamasmai, Chitraha Kshatram, Chitratamam Vayodham. So like that we talk about, this mantra is also belonging to Surya Bhagavan. So Surya Bhagavan, in our puja, we utter this mantra and Sindhuram Samarpayami. Sindhura is the dust that has come up, reddish, out of the Vishnu, who completely trod it, stamped down upon the earth. So that's exactly what Saundara Lahari, second sloka or so, Shankaracharya says, Taniyam Sampam Sumanta. Pamsu is the dust. See, the dust that has emanated owing to the foot stepping of Ishvara, I mean Vishnu, that dust is the world that in which we are all living. Therefore, here we have to be very much careful and also honorable towards the great Rishi Parampara. Vandetam Rishi Paramparam. Ee Aruna, Ketuka and ee Rishigala Paramparage one dod namaskara madbeku. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Namami Guru Paramparam. Anuvaga, I think you understand that in Aruna Prashna, you are being given the idea that you have to be revering all these people. Now, we come across a most beautiful, popular passage, which is being termed as the Mantra Pushpam. It is Dvavim Sarvaka in the Abhishtaka Brahmanam, and soon after that, Ishtaka, I want to explain to you. Ishtaka is the brick, and with a certain number of bricks, the Agni Vedi is being created, and that Agni Vedi to be of the shape of a falcon. Suparno Sigarutman. You are going to get that mantra. So in the form of a bird, Suparna or ego, Vainateya, the Yagna Vedi is being created, and that itself is a big job. And they are all doing Agni, and even some of the Ishtakas are also being named with the divinities. So they are called Agni Ishtakaha, the Ishtakas with which we are going to build a fire altar. And from this Ishtaka means that which you like more. From that only you are getting the Ishtadevata worship also into the Ishtadevata worship yavaginda badidyo Vedagalali illa, but Veda, Purana and Varda, you get the concept of select deity in the family, in each family. Narsimha Swami, Shankara Narayana, Venkateswara Swami, etc. So they are all Ishtadevatas, and in whenever you want to offer a charged flower, Pushpam Mantrena Puritam, a flower which is charged or covered with eminence or power or vibrations of the utterance of the mantra and deposited in the flower. You know the flower is a great absorbent object. Flowers absorb cheskuntundi, and flower, if you talk about the flower, it itself is a big subject, botany. The botanists know about the flowers. And in fact, in Bengaluru, our Kendra, there was one doctor who was the director of the Nimhans, but he was practicing, apart from other things, flower therapy. He used to carry with him the flower powders, drying it up and preparing the flowers and administering to the complaints, health complaints. And he was getting sure cure. So we invited those, I forgot his name, but he was a very kind, very good doctor, and available for all people at all times. And especially whenever I phone up, sir, you should come and talk to us. So, Veda Kendra, at early years, 94 we started, or 93, 94 to now to 29th year we are running. So we are going to have the annual day of that. So during that time, that flower therapy doctor was also coming and telling. And there was another person who used to treat there with the flower powders. And why? What is flower? Apam pushpam Veda pushpavan prajavan pasaman bhavati. I explained to you. So here the pushpam, what is a flower? That flower is the product of the product of 5 things minimum. Govindaraj, you can gnapundandi. What is the ingredients of a flower coming up?
Ingredients of a flower. It's honey only, sir, or no?
How is a flower?
It's a sunflower. Oh, flower.
ఒక చెట్టుకు మంచి పువ్వు రావాలి అంటే సోర్సులు ఏమంటే, రిమెంబర్, I know, I don't know much. See, first of all, the soil.
Yes, sir.
Water, manure, sun, and
Sunlight.
moon.
Okay.
So every flower is a product of these 5 things minimum. Soil, manure, water, sun, and moon. Moon makes the bud blossom. So sunlight, moonlight, సాయంత్రం చూస్తే మొగ్గ, పొద్దున చూస్తే పువ్వ. So the flower is a wonderful mechanism in the Srushti of Paramatma, and among the flowers also there is a lot of categorization, and that is fragrant flowers, non-fragrant flowers. And in America and other places they color the flowers. So అది కొంచెం నీళ్ళు తగిలిందంటే చెయ్యంతా కలర్ అయిపోతుంది ఎవరండి. సో therefore I discourage bringing the colored flowers or painted. ఆ ఫ్లవర్స్ ముట్టుకుంటే నీళ్ళంతా కారిపోతుంది, చెయ్యంతా అవుతుంది. ఆర్ అభిషేకం చేస్తే ఆ ఫ్లవర్ అభిషేకంలో నీళ్లు వేస్తే the entire water becomes color water, not milky water. So anyway, these are all things that's why here usually we have to prefer Decoration, you may require colored flowers or painted flowers, but for this we don't want it. Now, not much talking. Let us start this beautiful passage. Chapandi Om Yopam Pushpam Veda Pushpavan Prajavan Pasuman Bhavati.
Yopam Pushpam Veda Pushpavan Prajavan Pashuma Bhavati Chandrama.
No, repeat it's 2 times. We get punyam. Parayana
Yes,
phalam.
sir. Yopam Pushpam.
Yopam Pushpam Veda Pushpavan Prajavan Pasuman Bhavati Chandramava Apamayusha Apam Pushpam Pushpavan Prajavan Pasuman Bhavati Ya Evam Veda. Repeat chant, sir.
Yeah. Yopam pushpam Veda pushpavan prajavaan pashuman bhavati chandrama va apam pushpam pushpavan prajavaan pashuman bhavati ya evam Veda.
బ్యూటిఫుల్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఎవరైతే అపాం పుష్పాన్ని తెలుసుకుంటారో, అండర్స్టాండ్ ది తత్వం ఆఫ్ ది ఫ్లవర్ ఆఫ్ ది వాటర్, వాళ్ళకి ఏమొస్తుంది అంటారు, పుష్పవాన్ ప్రజావాన్ పశుమాన్ భవతి. సో దీస్ 3 advantages are there. When we are living this world, we want these things. For these 3 things, Pushpavan is moksham, Prajavan is good family life, and Pashuman is good wealth. So దండిగా ఐశ్వర్యం వస్తుంది, చక్కటి సంతతి వస్తుంది, ఫ్యామిలీ లైఫ్ ఉంటుంది. ఇవంతా తెలిసిన తర్వాత మనం మోక్షం వస్తుంది, వైరాగ్యం పెంపొందిస్తుంది మనం. సో దట్స్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ది సిగ్నిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లవర్స్. ఎందుకంటే ఫ్లవర్కి నార్మల్లీ ఆల్ ఫ్లవర్స్ ఆర్ లైవ్ ఫర్ 24 hours. తర్వాత నిర్మాల్యము అని పెడతారు. మాల్య అయినది నిర్మాల్యం అయిపోతుంది. అంటే వాట్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రెష్ అండ్ ఫ్రాగ్రెంట్ అండ్ ఆల్ దాట్ ఒక 24 hours గడిచిపోతే అది నిర్మాల్యం అవుతుంది. ఈవెన్ నిర్మాల్య ఆల్సో ఈజ్ వెరీ వాల్యుబుల్. దేర్ఫోర్ యూ కెనాట్ డిస్రిగార్డ్ నిర్మాల్యం. సో దానికి మన ఏమంది చండీశ్వరుడు, వన్ ఆఫ్ ది భూతగణాస్, ఆయన తపస్సు చేసి శివుడి దగ్గర వరం పొందుతాడు. ఈ ప్రపంచంలో ఉండే అయ్యే నిర్మాల్యం అంతా నాకు అర్పణ కావాలి, నేను తీసుకుంటాను. అందుకే మన మహాన్యాసంలో ప్రతిసారి నిర్మాల్యం తీసేటప్పుడు వాట్ మంత్రం వేసే, ఓ భూర్భువస్సువరోం చండీశ్వరాయ నమః ఇది నిర్మాల్యం విసృజ్య ఓం నమో భగవతే రుద్రాయ పూర్వోచ్చరిత ఏవం గుణ విశేషణ విశిష్టాయామని మనం మళ్ళా సంకల్పం రిపీట్ చేసి చెప్పుకుంటాం. అట్లా ఇక వెదర్ నిర్మాల్యానికి కూడా విలువ ఉంది. దేవుడి దగ్గర ఉన్నంత వరకు 24 గంటలు చక్కచక్క బాగుంటుంది. ఒకసారి 24 గంటలు అయిపోతేనే ది ఫ్లవర్స్ వెయిట్ చాలా అయిపోతుంది, డబుల్ అయిపోతుంది. ఆ డబుల్డ్ వెయిట్ను మనం షుడ్ నాట్ అలో విత్ గాడ్ టు రిమైన్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిమూవ్ ది నిర్మాల్యం. సో త్యజేదజ్ఞాన నిర్మాల్యం సోహం భావేన పూజయేతు. ఈ నిర్మాల్యము అనేది అజ్ఞానం. ఈ అజ్ఞానాన్ని అంటే మనలో అది ఫైడప్ అయిపోయినటువంటి విషయాలంతా ఉంటుంది. ఆ ఫేడప్ అయిన వాటిని అన్నింటినీ మనం మలుచుకోవాలి. అందుకే ఇఫ్ యు సిట్ ఇన్ ద యోగా క్లాస్, ద యోగా టీచర్ విల్ సే, విత్డ్రా యువర్ మైండ్, విత్డ్రా థాట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ మైండ్, ఎంప్టీ యువర్ మైండ్, మ్యూట్ యువర్ మైండ్. ఇవన్నీ ఏంటి? ఆ బుర్ర లోపల డెలీట్ చేయకుండా ఉండే థాట్స్ కుప్పలు ఉంటాయి కదండి గోవిందరాజు గారు. యూ డోంట్ డెలీట్. ఎప్పుడో చిన్నప్పుడు చిన్నగా కాలుకి దెబ్బ తగిలితే జ్ఞాపకం చేసుకుంటాం.
Yes, sir.
So we have to delete what is already done, with which we have not to go to do anything more. ఆ డెలిషన్ అనేది ఉంది కదా, చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. దట్స్ వై విసృజ్య, దట్ ఈస్ ది టీచింగ్. ఇక్కడ ఎవరైతే అపాం పుష్పాన్ని అర్థం చేసుకొని దాన్ని పూజ చేసి దాన్ని ఉపయోగిస్తారో, దోస్ పీపుల్ విల్ గెట్ పుష్పత్వం, అంటే మెచ్యూరిటీ, విజ్డమ్ and elevation and mental happiness, etc. Pushpavan. Actually, whether you are married or unmarried, you must have wisdom. ఆ తెలివి అని ఉండకపోతే ఈ పనులు జరగవు కదా. పెండ్లి అయిన తర్వాతనే వచ్చే తెలివి వేరే, పెండ్లికి ముందు వచ్చే తెలివి వేరే, పుట్టంగానే వచ్చే తెలివి వేరే. సో ఈ తెలుగులు మారుతూ ఉంటుంది. అందుకే తెలివి లేదా అంటారు తెలుగు లోపల. ఏంటి అది, ఆ తెలివి ఇస్ కాల్డ్ బుద్ధి. ఏనాత్రిని బుద్ధి, ఎల్లోత్రి బుద్ధి అంటారు. సో బుద్ధి కెన్ గో ఎనీవేర్ ఇట్ వాంట్స్, బట్ యూ షుడ్ కీప్ దట్ బుద్ధి అండర్ యువర్ కంట్రోల్ అండ్ గెట్ బెనిఫిటెడ్. Therefore, it's a very important popular month. This is called as mantra pushpam. Say pushpavan, pajavan. So apam pushpam becomes the heading. Mantra pushpam, mantraihi పుష్పీ జాతం, పుష్పం జాతం, మంత్ర పుష్పం. అంటే ఈ మంత్రములు చెప్పి మన యొక్క విజ్డమ్ను బ్లాసమ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఒక రకమైన అవసరం. ఏంటి ఆ అపాం పుష్పాలు? అందరూ దేవతలు అపాం పుష్పాలు. దర్ ఆల్ ది ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్. జలదేవతా సర్వే దేవా అని చెప్పి మనకి ఐతరేయ ఉపనిషత్తులో సో నీళ్ళ నుంచే అందరూ పుట్టారు, నీళ్ళల్లోకి అందరూ వెళ్ళిపోతారు, ఆ నీళ్ళ నుంచి అందరూ బతుకుతారు. సో దిస్ ప్యాసేజ్ వి స్టార్టెడ్ అండ్ వి కంటిన్యూ నెక్స్ట్. ఓం స్వస్తి.
ఓం స్వస్తి. ఓం సహనా భవతు, సహనౌ భునక్తు, సహ వీర్యం కరవావహై, తేజస్వినావధీతమస్తు మా విద్విషావహై. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం. శ్రీకృష్ణార్పణమస్తు. శ్రీ వేద పురుషాశీర్వాదోస్తు. ఓం తత్సతు.
బ్యూటిఫుల్.